Sisters, it's Dr. Aesha, the Black Love Matchmaker and Celebrity Dating Coach for smart, successful sisters. Welcome back to our weekly broadcast. It's been a minute since we've been together. And listen, I was hosting my live luxury retreat and then resting and recuperating, and I'm back stronger than ever with more powerful dating advice that's going to take you from single to committed in the fastest time possible. I'm so excited to connect with you again tonight. Now we're talking about, the topic is, are you stuck at 443 waiting for a 444 apology? Now I am not a lyricist, hip hop head, but if you don't know what 444 is, your head must be stuck in the sand somewhere, or you are not on social media, because Jay-Z just dropped an album entitled 444. And it broke the internet because people realized that in this album, he was confessing to and apologizing for everything he put Beyonce through. So it was like the answer to Lemonade, right? Where we got to see Beyonce talking about infidelity and the anger and the pain that caused in her relationship with Jay-Z. And so this album impacted so many women because 444 stands for the time that Jay-Z woke up in the middle of the night with the concept for the album. And so symbolically, it stands for his wake-up call to stop being a womanizer, to stop mistreating Beyonce, and to take responsibility and accountability. So I want to talk tonight to the sisters, though, who are stuck at 443. What does that mean? You're either stuck in a relationship with somebody who is taking you from hell to, and back with all of the things he's taken you through: lies, cheating, infidelity, or just simple, plain emotional unavailability, where he is unwilling or unable to commit. You are stuck at 443. What's up, Eunice? What's up, Shanoa? I see you here and I'm so glad to see you. So tonight's broadcast is for you. You're stuck at 443. Or you might be one of those sisters that I've worked with. One of my clients was in a relationship which she described as a 10-year long distance booty call, because the only thing that kept her attached to this man who lived thousands of miles away from her was the occasional hookup. And he blamed her for the reason why he didn't want to marry her. That's stuck at 443. Okay. That's stuck at 443. Or you might be stuck at 443 if the last person who broke your heart is now holding your life hostage, and you feel like you can't move on, you can't trust people, you're not dating anybody, you're hiding, you're just like, I'm done and I'm just going to do me. That's you stuck at 443. Tonight's broadcast is for you, and I want us to have a heart-to-heart, spirit-to-spirit, sister-to-sister chat. I mean, pretend that we are at Starbucks or your favorite place with your favorite drink, and we are going to keep it real for the next 20 minutes, all right, where I'm going to help you get unstuck. And whether you decide to stay or go, you're no longer going to be putting your heart and your life on hold, waiting for somebody else to give you an apology before you can move on. So I'm so excited. As you're logging on, say what's up, holla at your girl. I see you, Eunice. Shanoa, thank you for sharing. If you're just logging on, I'm Dr. Aesha, the Black Love Matchmaker and Dating Coach for smart, successful sisters. We're talking about Jay-Z's album 444. And if you are a sister who's stuck at 443 waiting for a 444 apology, this is your broadcast. As you're coming on, please let me know the city, the state, the country that you're watching from, and put that in the comments. Let me know. If you're coming from the U.S., you're abroad, the north, the south, the east, the west, and put hashtag represent so I can shout you out. Again, over the next 20 minutes, I'm going to be sharing with you powerful principles that's going to get you unstuck. 2 of them. Okay. So you want to wait till the end, because I'm going to drop a truth bomb on you that's going to forever change the way that you do dating and relationships. And you will never, ever, ever again give your power to anyone else. I don't care how fine he is, how tall he is, what dream he sold you. You are going to know what to do and never get stuck again in this situation. So give me a shout out. Your city, your state, your country. Hashtag Eunice is representing New York. What's up, my friend. New York is in a house. I love New York. I have a lot of clients from that place. So welcome to the broadcast. Lauren Pilgrim, Richmond, Virginia, hashtag represent. I see you, girl. Thank you for being here. And listen, let me know if this is your first time by putting a number 1, if it's your second time by putting a number 2, or if it's your third time by putting a number 3. And if you are someone who has watched 3 times or more, you are family. So put hashtag family. Now listen, I wanted to play some of the music, but y'all know the Beyonce police do not play on Facebook. They will shut your live down if you play any of this type of music. So maybe you haven't heard the album, but I really feel like, you know, Jay-Z's album really put like the final word on that elevator incident where it was Solange and Beyonce and Jay-Z. And remember, Solange kicked the mess out of Jay-Z, right? Like she went in for her sister, and everybody was wondering like, what's going on to this perfect family, this perfect power couple. And we then discovered, right, from Beyonce's Lemonade, that all that glitters is not gold. And no matter how rich and famous you are, everybody deals with the relationship problems. That's the first nugget that I want to give to you, is that sometimes we can feel like we're the only one who's dealing with stuff, and that I'm the only one, what's wrong with me, will invite shame into your life and also cause you to be stuck in inaction and indecision. All right, I'm dropping a nugget on you right now. So inaction and indecision will open up the door for insecurity and shame. And so if you are thinking you're the only one out there who has had a man mistreat you, disappoint you, break you, right, you're not alone tonight, sis. I see you, Georgette, coming in from Atlanta, and you right, Eunice. Solange put the beat down on him. That's, you know, everybody needs a Solange in their life who will go for you, right, if you can't do it for yourself. So everybody needs a Solange. Don't date and don't do relationships and marriage unless you got a Solange in your corner. Okay. So tonight I want to move you out of indecision, out of inaction, into power, so that you stop allowing and inviting insecurity, anxiety, and shame around dating and relationships into your life. Somebody put that in the hashtag, tonight is a night of freedom. So put hashtag freedom in the comments if you want to claim that tonight is the night that you no longer allow someone else who hurt you, broke your heart, disappoint you, hold your life hostage anymore. Because there's so much on the other side of 443 for you. You stuck at 443, but there's so much more on the other side. I see you, Eunice. You put hashtag freedom. Key said hashtag freedom. Beth said hashtag freedom, because that is what tonight is all about. All right. So let's get into it. Okay. So 444 is the apology, right? And we hear powerful words from Jay-Z, where he pretty much admits that the stuff he put Beyonce and other women through nearly cost Beyonce her life, right? He talks about the fact that the stress that he caused in their relationship and marriage led to Beyonce's painful miscarriage. And sometimes, sisters, this is just a bonus point here. Sometimes we give too much of our lives over to the other person, right? And we give too much authority to someone else to really cause us to feel broken. And a lot of times that happens because we stay past the expiration date. We push past the red flags, and we allow ourselves to become broken because we declare that we love someone that much. Tonight is the night that you're not going to do that. You're going to let that identity and that belief system go. What ends up happening, though, is that whether or not you decide to stay like Beyonce did and see the healing, right? Shanoa said, that's deep. We don't ever think it could happen to a woman like her because her looks and fame. Yes, but it don't matter what you look like, how old you are, or where you're from. Just opening up your life to someone and being vulnerable to another person, you like give them space to do this to you, right? And so I want to empower you tonight. And so sometimes we stay and we hold on, not just to a person, but watch this. We have attachments to what we think should have happened in a relationship, and it keeps you stuck. It puts your life like, there's brakes on it, and you feel like you can't move forward with your life because we don't believe that there's something bigger on the other side. You can let go of attachments, of expectations, of assumptions, of memories, of even the person that you believe that you are, when you believe there's something bigger on the other side. All right, so put that in the comments. Letting go is about believing there's something bigger on the other side. And so if you're holding on to an on again, off again relationship, if you're holding on and replaying and rehashing the things that someone did to you, it's because your faith is not in a place where you believe that there's something bigger for you on the other side. Come on, somebody. So tonight, I really want to help elevate your faith. Whether you decide or not to stay or to go, I want you power to let go. Did you hear me? Whether you stay or go, I want you to begin to practice the power of letting go. I'm going to say it one more time. Whether or not you decide to stay or go, I want you to be able to practice the power of letting go. What does that mean? Well, if you decide to stay at 443, waiting for a 444 apology, waiting for the man in your life to apologize, to repent, to change so that you can move forward to the next level in your relationship, you still have to be able to let go of the current way you're relating to each other. You won't be able to bring up the things that he did to you and still move forward. You won't be able to talk about the cheating that he did and still have a future together. You're not going to be able to throw those things in each other's faces and move forward. So you need to learn how to let go if there is a chance for you to heal your relationship and end your love drought, like Beyonce talked about. How do you let go if you're stuck at 443, waiting for a 444 apology with the intention of staying in that relationship? How do you let go? You have to finish the feeling. Finish the feeling. Somebody put that in the comments. Finish the feeling. Now listen, if this is your first time joining me on a broadcast, you need to know that I'm from the church. I grew up singing and preaching, and so I'm used to call and response, talking back to me. So we're not in a room together, so I can't hear you. So I need to see you writing and typing in the comments to let me know you in the room with me. So I need my amen corner. So I see you, Shanoa. Thank you so much. So Patricia says, I try so hard not to shut down and give up, so I try to remain open, but I just seem to attract the same type of men. Let me tell you why, Patricia, that happens to you. And this is part of the lesson. Number one is that 90% of the guys out there are emotionally unavailable. That's why they're in the dating pool, because they can't keep a relationship. They can't keep a commitment. So don't be surprised when you encounter one of them. But number two is, if you do not resolve and finish the feelings from the past relationships, you are actually causing them to magnetize to you more people who are going to do the same thing. Why? It's because you're looking for a way to finish the feeling. You're looking for closure. So you're hoping the person who has the same characteristics as the last man who hurt you is now suddenly going to see how amazing you are, and he's not going to do the same thing to you. You can't give that power to another person. You have to finish the feeling yourself. So if you are denying the hurt, you're rejecting the hurt, you're repressing the hurt, you're projecting the hurt onto other people and blaming instead of processing. If you are saying things like, I'm done with men. Come on now, y'all know y'all saying it. Or you say, I'm just going to do me. Or maybe you say, I don't trust people. Or relationships just aren't for me, or online dating aren't for me. That is a sign that you haven't finished the feeling and that you're not telling the truth. Because it's not about the online dating site. It's not about the men. It is about you getting free from the pain of the past. If I'm talking to you, give me some hearts, give me some lights, give me some flowers, or whatever else they done put on the on the live broadcast to let me know that that breakthrough was for you. Because finishing the feeling allows you to get unstuck. It allows you to move forward, and it gives you clarity about what you want for your future. Again, this is Dr. Aesha, the Black Love Matchmaker. We are talking about Jay-Z's new album, 444, where he's describing this wake-up call that he had and apologizing to Beyonce and to women everywhere about the things that he took her through. And so some, however, get stuck at 443. Get stuck at 443 waiting for 444 apology. That is going to cause you to waste precious time and energy. And the last thing a smart, successful sister needs to do is waste her time. Now, what I'm telling you right now, I really want you to treat as gold, because this information has literally set my clients free within the matter of 6 to 12 weeks, where they spent 10 years in an on again, off again relationship. Or, they gave 20 years of their life to a man who had no intention of committing to them. Or they spent 5 years not dating and drowning in hopelessness. And they apply what I'm teaching to you right now. Many of them are in relationships with quality men. Some of them decided, I'm not going to date seriously, but their lives have changed. All right. So no matter what you do, whether or not you decide to date ever again, you want to stay single for the rest of your life, or you're going to give that man another chance. I want you to take what I'm teaching you and apply it. All right. So what are you going to let go of? What feelings are you going to finish? Well, you need to let go of thoughts. What are the thoughts that you have about yourself? The thoughts that you have about the experience? Let me help you with something. Is that when you are struggling with your confidence, or you're struggling with the past, or you're struggling with how to start over again, the only thing that you are struggling with is a thought. Is a thought about the past, because the past is over. And the only thing you are afraid and anxious about is a thought about the future, because it hasn't happened yet. So if you're thinking, I don't want to, what if I meet somebody who's just like the last person? That is just a thought. It is not real. It hasn't happened yet. Or if you're thinking about all the things that your ex-husband did to you or said to you, they're just thoughts. They're just memories. He is not in your life anymore. He is not, impacting you. He's not living in your house no more. They are just thoughts. So here is how profound this is that you can change your thoughts. Hashtag breakthrough if I'm talking to you. Hashtag breakthrough if I'm talking to you, because you are more powerful than you think. So to say to yourself, I'll never love again, is to give someone power over your destiny when all you're really dealing with is a thought. All you're really dealing with are thoughts about an experience. You're giving someone power over the rest of your life because of thoughts. No more, sisters. Tonight is the night that you get your breakthrough and you get unstuck, and you don't wait for a 444 apology. You take power over your life tonight. Hashtag breakthrough. If I'm talking to you, give me some hearts, give me some likes and some flowers and confetti, whatever else they got, because this is going to set you free. Now listen, if you know of one sister in your community, in your timeline, in your contacts who needs to hear this, please click share on the left-hand corner of your screen, so that we can set some more sisters free. So let's not grow alone. Let's do this together. Hashtag no sister left behind. So if you're going to share this with someone in your feed, put the hashtag no sister left behind and click share, because we're not going to leave no sisters in pain, in the past, in the hands of some man who didn't ever love her in the first place. All right, so let's talk about this. Here we go. So you can change your thoughts. You don't have to think the same thoughts, and you don't have to let people have power over your thoughts anymore. The thing is, though, you need a support system, and you need a structure on how to create new thoughts, how to let those thoughts go. Because sometimes it's scary, to leave those experiences and memories. What's on the other side of that? Right? Like, who are you going to be if you don't hold on to that anymore? And we saw Beyonce struggle with that in Lemonade, right? Like how her whole life was really structured around the love of her life, and she couldn't figure out how to resolve this conflict. I am ticked off at you. How dare you hurt me this way, but I still love you. Yes. So you need a structure and a support system to show you how to love again. I'm going to talk to you about that in the next 2 or 3 minutes. All right. And show you how to be able to do it. Thank you guys for sharing. I see your hashtag No Sister Left Behind, and I thank you for joining me in this mission. So I want you to make this declaration out loud where you are right now. If you're listening by replay, I want you to do this too. I want you to say this. I no longer allow people or events from my past to hold my life hostage. I'm going to say it again. I no longer allow people or events from my past to hold my life hostage. I want you to make that declaration of I no longer. Because when you use the phrase I no longer, you are drawing a line in the sand and you are creating boundaries around your life. Now here is the power. When you use boundaries, you no longer need walls. So some of you are guarding yourself through walls and not allowing people in. You don't need walls, you need boundaries. So boundaries sound like I no longer. I no longer allow people from my past, events from my past to hold my life hostage. That is a boundary. All right. So if you're looking for a way to move forward and get unstuck, exchange your walls for boundaries, and you'll learn how to stay safe while also letting your guards down and letting love in. All right. So here is the second power principle. You can't lose love. You only lose relationships. Let me say it again. You can't lose love. You only lose relationships. I'm going to say it one more time for the sisters in the back. You can't lose love. You only lose relationships. You see, so many people get stuck at 443, thinking about the pain, still thinking about the good times in the relationships, being stuck in this place, waiting for a man to apologize to them or to give them the closure that they could give to themselves, because they're afraid of losing love. You're afraid that walking away from this person confirms that you're unlovable and there's no more love for you in the world. There's no other person who's going to be able to love you like this. You loved so hard that you feel like you can't ever do that again. Let me help you with this. Let me help you with this. You can't lose love. Love is not an object to go and find. It's not something that you take from someone else. It's not something that you give to someone else. It is your very essence. It is who you are. And it is what you share with another person. So many of our relationships are transactional. I give you this, you give me that. And many of you overgave in relationships. I keep giving, hoping you're going to commit to me. I give you more grace. I give you more forgiveness. I give you another chance. And what did he do? He trampled on you. He took advantage. He didn't reciprocate. Am I right or am I right? But when you begin to see love is not a transaction, that you don't have to be needed in order to be loved, that you don't have to do anything for someone else in order to get love. When you understand that you already are the beloved, that you were born in love, that you are growing in love, now the way you're going to evaluate relationships and whether or not you should stay or go is there enough here in this relationship structure where we'll still be able to share love with one another? I'm going to say it again. Is there enough in the way that we are relating to each other that we can still share love with one another? So some of you can heal that relationship that you're in. You just have to change the way you're relating to each other. Some of you need to get up out of there and don't ever look back, because there never was a structure for love there. There never was an opportunity to share love there. So let me give you an example, because some of you are like, what does that mean, Dr. Aesha? When you were born, you were already born lovable. You were already born lovable. Like, you didn't have to do something in order for somebody to give you a bottle, right? Where you like, hey, if I do these things for you, will you feed me? And if I do a cute little song and dance, will you love me and will you change my diaper? No, you came into the earth expecting to be loved, expecting to be cared for, expecting to be protected. The only thing that changed that was the trauma of it not happening. Somebody abandoned you, rejected you, disappointed you, didn't keep you safe. but you already were born with the capacity to receive love, because you couldn't do anything for anybody else to convince them to love you. So why are you now in a relationship waiting, stuck at 443, hoping that you can do something to convince that man to love you, convince that person to love you, convince that person to commit to you? You don't have to convince them. So you need to be like Solange. Some of y'all need to kick your way out this relationship like Solange. Others of you need to be singing Cranes in the Sky and talking about, how you tried to think it away, shop it away, sex it away, and now you just need to let it go. All right. So hashtag breakthrough if I'm talking to you. The point is, you cannot lose love. You only lose relationships. And this is the activity that I want you to do. I want you to make a list of the good times in a relationship and the bad times in a relationship. And I want you to see, is it worth it to stay? What is the cost of me staying here any longer? Cost in your time, in your energy, cost in your ability to, be confident as a woman, costs in your ability to function in the rest of your life, costs the weight that you gained, the weight that you lost, the hair that you lost. What are the costs of me staying here, waiting for somebody else to give me what I can already give myself? All right. So here's the thing. If you are going to wait for him to have a wake-up call, you need to understand that he might take you through the mud while he's trying to grow up. And it's not your job, sisters, to grow anybody up. It's not your job to convince him to be a man. Sometimes you need to withdraw and let him know what it feels like for him to not have you in his life. All right. Sometimes that's the only way that he's going to grow up. So if you've done this cost analysis, like, okay, it's worth it to stay, and he comes to you with an apology, the only reason why I want you to move forward, okay, this is just Dr. Aesha, the Black Love Matchmaker, dating coach, smart, successful sisters who's helped women go from single to committed in the fastest time possible, leaving behind 10-year long distance booty call relationships, the pain of the past, turn it into stepping stones for your future. This is just me talking now. Sister to sister, is apologies are not enough. You also need him to take responsibility and to engage in accountability. All right. Okay. So let me explain that. So an apology is not enough. Put that in the comments, because I want you to hammer that home. An apology is not enough. You also need him to engage in accountability and to take responsibility. When you have two grown people in a relationship, they understand that they both have responsibility to each other, not for each other's feelings, but to each other's feelings. So responsibility for somebody's feelings means that, I could do something that ticks him off and he gets mad and blames me, and now I need to change who I am to try to prevent him from being mad again. That's not your role in a relationship, but your role is to respond to his feelings. So instead of saying, oh, you just, overreacting, you respond to the feeling. You listen to the feeling, and then you have a conversation about the feeling. The same for him. If you come to him and you share with him how you feel about the fact that he's not committing to you, how you feel about the fact that he's treating you like a booty call, how you feel about the fact that it feels like he only wants to have sex with you, he doesn't want to get to know you, how you feel about those things. If he is unable to respond to you, if he dismisses you, if he ridicules you, this is not the right person for you. Come on, hashtag breakthrough. If I'm talking to you, I'm giving you advanced relationship skills here, because some of you are staying because you love him. You're staying because, of all the great things that you had together, but you need to evaluate this on a deeper level. Can he respond to my feelings? Can he respond to my needs? Hashtag breakthrough if I'm talking to you. Now, some of you are like, Dr. Aesha, this is great information, and I'm ready. I'm ready to love again. I am ready to learn how to do this in a new way. I am going to give myself my own closure by telling myself what I need to hear in order to move forward in this relationship. I'm not going to wait for an apology, but I'm going to take responsibility for my own life, and I'm taking my power back. Well, I want you to go to readytoloveagain.com, readytoloveagain.com, because I've got something special for you. You see, I have personally walked through this process of overcoming past dating mistakes, on again, off again relationships, a broken engagement, dating a player who promised me that he was going to, one day stop his cheating ways, and it never happened, right? To go on to attract my husband and to get married in 11 short months. And then I've reached back and helped my sisters who were stuck in their life and in their relationships and said, listen, this is the proven path to get there. So I want you to imagine what it would feel like to be able to love again like you've never been hurt, whether that is with the person you're currently dating or you're going to start over and learn how to date again. What would that feel like? Put that in the comments for me. What would that feel like if you no longer had to wrestle with the thought of what if? If you no longer had to convince yourself that you were happy being alone when you know you're not? What would that feel like? What one word comes to mind? What would that feel like? Would it feel like freedom? Would it feel like hope? Would it feel like confidence? Would it feel like, fulfillment? Shanoa said emotional freedom. I asked one sister that, and she said it would feel like the hills are alive with the sound of music. That's literally what she said. It would feel like the sound of music, where she would just be so free to be herself, to be authentic in a relationship, to let her guards down, and to know without a shadow of a doubt that no matter who comes, no matter what happens, she would be okay, and that there would be nothing that could harm her. Johanna says that would be peaceful. Well, listen, if that's what you want, if you want to exchange the pain of the past for peace, for freedom, for confidence, I want you to go to readytoloveagain.com, because you're going to discover this journey, which is going to take you through a quantum leap and breakthroughs that happen so fast that you're going to wonder what happened. You're going to feel like that monkey on your back has been lifted off of you, and you're going to feel blissful, confident, and ready to love again. I've designed this 3-module program to be high energy yet intimate, so that you feel like you and I are having this conversation together as I lead you through 3 key principles. You can love again, you can trust again, and you can date again. And so what you're going to get is the thing that's been missing as you've been trying to read your way out of this, pray your way out of this, because all you've been doing is engaging information when you need transformation. So this program is going to give you a mind-body experience where I'm going to walk you through in the very first module the 7 toxic beliefs that's been holding you back and causing you pain, the 11 deadly dating patterns and how to break them and create new healthy relationship patterns, and then the 3-step healing process where you are going to release that person from your heart, from your spirit, from your mind once and for all, so that you'll be able to say his name without thinking, angry thoughts and without feeling afraid, right? And you're going to understand why you keep attracting emotionally unavailable men and how to choose the right men. Then we're going to cover how to trust again, how to choose safe people, how to spot a man almost, within a 5-minute conversation if he's not the right one for you, if he's someone who has the potential to harm you. And this is going to allow you to exchange your walls for boundaries. All right. You'll never have to feel guarded again when you start getting close to another person. And then finally, you can date again, where I'm going to cover for you how to get back out there with confidence, how to be sure that you're choosing the right person, so you're not afraid, of I'm going to choose the wrong person. Maybe I should get off this dating site. This same information helped my client who got out of a really bad divorce. And she was like, I'm so afraid because I'm a self-destructive person. I married this man even though I knew I shouldn't have. And I helped her go through these 3 processes. As a result, in about 6 to 8 weeks, she met an amazing man. She's been dating him now for almost 3 months. And she said this: he has completely blown my mind that a man like that actually existed. Now, some of you are not ready to date, but you do need to do this work. So go to readytoloveagain enroll in the course. You'll get your first lesson immediately, and you're going to be on the process and on the journey to meeting the one. So go there now, because the price is going to increase. Right now, the price is $297. All right. The price goes up by $100 in 48 hours. All right. So I want you to go there now, enroll in the class, and I'm going to see you there. Listen, I got to go. My babies are calling for me, but I just wanted to connect with you tonight to help you get unstuck, and to help you move forward to the love that you know you desire and you deserve. So if you could just put in the comments the one word that comes to mind with our experience here tonight together. I'm going to go open the door. This is unconventional. I'm going to go open the door for my babies. They were outside playing and now they scared. So put the one word there, and I'm going to be right back. Shanoa says, thank you, Dr. Aesha. You are welcome. I love you guys. Don't forget to share this broadcast, and I'm going to see you inside of Ready to Love Again, Journey to Meeting the One. All right. Good night, everybody. I love you. Thank you. Bye-bye.